So we're gonna see how this tutorial works out. Let me check on my other computer where we at. If we live and in charge. Let me check. Let me check. Because the worst thing is talking to yourself. And you be like, well, I thought I was talking to people. And you be like, well, I thought I was talking to people. Hello, testing. And you be like, well, I thought I was talking to people. Oh well, it ain't moving. Whatever. It still sounds like I'm like a little. Maybe I should get my mic. Because really, I got. Well, it's my iPad speakers. The iPad is turned all the way down. Hello. I don't even know why I still hear myself in the iPad when I turned it down. Hold on, let me see. The iPad should be turned all the way down. Okay. It acts like it don't want to go all the way up. And I got it on mute, but I don't know why I'm still hearing it. Come down. Oh well, that's the best I can do with the iPad. The iPad's like, I'm not doing nothing. Um, the host muted you. Who did I mute? The iPad's muted. Okay. Everything is muted, like all my other cameras. They are muted, so I don't even know what's happening. Because I got my Romeo camera, it's muted. I got that. I just want to make sure I ain't had no echo when I do this. Like, that's all I need is an echo. Okay, let's go to the let me go to the I don't even know if y'all heard me the whole time. Look at my hair. I just washed it yesterday. It looked crazy. That's why I had a hat on. Y'all, put your hat on. I need some braids or something. Get this stuff braided. But yeah, it's winter time. I wear hats all the time, so who cares? We going all natural for the winter. All natural. But yeah, so it came out cute. That came out really, really nice. So there it is. And that's ready for a shirt. The rhinestones. After I fix the tea, I gotta fix that. But otherwise, it's ready for a shirt. Um, yeah, I just have fun. I like making bots. So you see, I got 10 of them. So you know how much I like making them. I love it. I'm a geek at heart. Now they might, if I was younger and they had this stuff, y'all wouldn't see me because I'd be rich. Yeah. When I was younger, all we had was a computer class that you take the punch cards to the machine, Fortran, because I had a computer class in college, and you push the cards in the machine, and that's how you program. That's what we had. We ain't had no internet. We ain't had none of this stuff. I said, if they had half the stuff that they have now, shit, it'd be over. Because I always loved computers. And I always loved computer things. And so building bots is like learning AI stuff. It's like, and I know more than these kids. They don't know nothing. Okay? They don't know nothing. But yeah, we're gonna go back to finish. I'm gonna see if I can do this patch over because it's supposed to say love. My machine get back to that. Sometimes that pulling is the worst thing I ever had. I mean, it just gets on my nerves. So anyway, we're gonna try to do this again. I do like the colors, the blue and the purple, so it's gonna be cute if I can get it finished. I think I did about 3 inches on this. I think I might do it a little bigger. I may do 4 inches when I do it over. If I can get the pulling to act right. I don't even know if I want to pull with it today. It got on my nerves so bad yesterday. I was like, I'm tired of you. You got on my nerves. Oh, did I show y'all my granddaughter's sublimation socks? Let me show y'all these. I made them. And these sublimation socks is only $1.99. Michael's. And I sublimated the cape with the demon hunters on here. Actually, I bought some print from what's that place? Etsy. I bought somebody else's print for like $1 and some change. And then I did the sublimation, and we got demon hunter socks. These socks was $1 and some change. Some sublimation socks. It's Michael's. They came out cute. Look at that. She'll like them for Christmas. This is one of her Christmas presents from Mimo. Because I make stuff. Yeah. I already made her a hat, and then I made her some socks. I made her some t-shirts. I made her a Minecraft shirt. Matter of fact, that Minecraft shirt that's on my Etsy, actually, I made those for the kids. She had a Minecraft birthday party. So she had two little girlfriends and her. So I made them all Minecraft shirts to play Minecraft in. It was so cute. It was really cute. And the Minecraft shirts is on my Etsy store. So if you want one, I can make it. But Yep. I can't make it. Anyway, let me bling on out of here. It's what time is it? 2 o'clock. Yep. I'm supposed to be in a training class this week, and I wouldn't be able to do this. But what happened was, so as you see on my desk, I have like 3 computer screens. I have my Mac over here. I have a PC, and I have another screen over there. So I had it all set up, ready for training. Actually, I bought the PC because I didn't have one. So it's an HP all in one, which I don't have room for towers and stuff. So I got the all in one. So it was on a Black Friday sale. So I was like, okay, I got it. So I get an Ethernet cord from Amazon, and the Ethernet cord was something was wrong with it because my test, what you call it, the speed test, was coming up like 94, and I didn't know there was something wrong with it because the computer was still fast. So then I didn't pass the speed test thing, so then I couldn't take the class. I was so mad. And then I called Spectrum and said, "What is wrong with my speed?" Right? Because it's supposed to be 1,000 Mbp, you know. And he was like, "Well, you probably got a defective cord." So do not try to be cheap and get the $10 cord from Amazon. I had to go to Best Buy and spend $37 for a real RJ45 that actually gets my speed up to 900. So that's what got me out of that class. But I get ready to get back in a new class. I'm gonna do some more temporary stuff, but I'm ready to do something else. This time I'm gonna do teledoc. I'm going to do it on the 15th. But I had a doctor appointment tomorrow and I canceled it because of this class. I was like, "Dad, y'all done made me cancel my doctor appointment I could have went to tomorrow." So I said I just remake my appointments for January because yeah, I think I remake them for January because I was like I'm trying to squeeze them in before the holiday like that. So plus we got new insurance and stuff in January, and I probably end up paying less with it. So I'm not gonna wait. It's time. Mm. So I say I wait till January because that's my birthday month anyway. Capricorn, that's my birthday month, so I can get all my little checkups done. I usually try doing my birthday month, then I remember stuff, that I did it. So I try doing it my birthday month, so I can get it all done in my birthday month. So I don't care. Why I got all these rhinestones on here? Where they come from? It's like a whole bunch of them. So, anyways. Um, anyways, that's what's going on. So I started another class on the 15th. I was so mad. I said that how can y'all? So they sold me a defective Ethernet cord from Amazon. You know I gave them a nasty message on the review. Even though the cord was $10, I said maybe that was the clue. I should have thought about it. How is a 100-foot cord only $10, but a 50-foot cord at Best Buy is $37? And when I bought the computer at Best Buy, I should have just bought the freaking cord while I was in there. And I didn't buy the cord because I said I could order a cord on Amazon. That's why I ain't buy it. I wish I bought it now. I was like, I didn't know what the thing was defective, which cost me my gig that I was going to do. So now I got to wait for this new class so I can get on this new gig for teledoc. So I'm going to do that because that's only temporary for like 3 months, I think, maybe. So it's just a temporary thing while I'm still looking for a permanent one that's pay more money. because that place is like a temp agency for work at home. That's what they are, and they don't be trying to pay you that much neither. So, anyways, so we gotta look at some more stuff, put in some more apps. While I am fooling around with that. Yeah, because I was bad. Because I was in training the first day, and then the second day I couldn't get in. I was like, why I can't get in? And then I seen the email talking about my computer ain't compatible. I said, not this $1,000 computer I just bought. And then I said, it can't be the computer. It got to be the freaking it got to be the cord. And so then I did a speed test without the cord, and the speed test without the cord was 500 and something. But with the cord, it was 94. So them people should have known there was something wrong with the cord because ain't nobody's internet 94 was plugged in. But this is why I don't like working for other people. Get my YouTube to 1,000 subscribers. I hate work for other people because they just nonsense stuff. That was just stupid. And if I was the person, I would have probably went to the person and said, "Can you check your speed again, and check because something ain't right with your speed. 94 ain't no cable company pushing out 94. So what's wrong with your speed? I tell you." They was like, zip you out the class because my computer wasn't compatible. They didn't tell me what it was. I had to figure it out because I knew it wasn't the computer because the computer was new. And I was like, it got to be that they go on Ethernet, a speed test. Yeah. So now when I take a speed test, guess what it is with the new cord? 900. So Amazon sold me a defective cord, which cost me my gig that I had that I was getting ready to train for. And see, that gig would last me like 6 months, but this gig I got now pays less, like $2 less, and then it only lasts 90 days. So I'm pissed off. I am so bad at Amazon, or whoever the hell was the seller of that damn cord. I say no wonder it was $10 because it's a fake cord. Mm-hmm. And I put that in the message. I said, "Y'all, these people out here selling fake cords." Because when the guy at Spectrum said, "Look at the cord, you see J45 on there, some numbers. There wasn't nothing on there." So it was the cord. And so now I got to start another training on the 15th. And this is after I got all my logins. I got the payment card came. Your payment payout go on? I got all that stuff done in that bullshit right there. They could have let me back in the class because it was only one day. But they, how these people are. So, so then I got to get in a new class, which is the 15th, which is not the one I was originally supposed to do. So I was supposed to do some pharmacy thing. But now I gotta do Teledog. And I was like, and they didn't want to pay the same price that I was getting on the other one. I was like, is that all you got? But see, I won't do it because I'm trying to make up this $200 gonna be missing out of my Social Security because of this Medicare stuff kicks in. And the Medicare flat fee is like $202. And they take it right out of your Social Security money too. So I need to subsidize that money and get that money back. So I got to do something, even if this is temporary. But I'm still looking for something that's more, my speed. Because I've been doing work at home stuff since 2006. It's just that now that I'm looking, I can't find it. So it's been a while. I mean, really, the last 2 years I haven't been able to find it. And I used to find them like that. As soon as I put in applications, I used to get them like that. But since the pandemic and stuff, and everybody wanted to work at home, shoot, it's harder to get them. I've been doing it like back in 2006. So I don't know. So hopefully I find another one. I just put in for one today that pays between 17 and 20. $25 an hour, $22. I'm looking for something to pay like that. I ain't looking for no chump change that they trying to give you on this temp thing. They be giving trying to give you some change. I said, who can live off of that? And then you can't really do it part time because if you work another job because they wanted you to stay in training for like 8 hours for 2 weeks straight to give you that chump change, and you can't, and so you can't really do it if you first of all, you can't do it if you got kids in the house. You can't do it, you just can't do it. So basically it's hard for some people to do. I'm retired, so this is like supplemental income for me. So I can do anything. so so I just gonna go ahead and do this one for like 90 days. And in the meantime, I'm still looking for something that pays some money, at least $20 an hour. Come on, yeah. I mean, I think minimum wage should be at least $30 an hour because inflation. How you gonna pay people less than? I remember I was they built a Marriott and they had a QR code. So I told my daughter, right over there, let me scan this QR code. So because my son's looking for a job, and I looked at there, and they said they wanted people to actually clean rooms for $13. This is a Fortune 500 company that they wanted people to $500, y'all. I mean $13 an hour. Are they kidding? But yet they want to get rid of all the Mexicans. All right, I'm out of here. Because ain't nobody else doing that for no daggone $13. It is a Fortune 500 company. They should be ashamed of themselves. Marriott, all the money Marriott make, and they gonna pay somebody $13 an hour to clean rooms. And they think American people gonna do that. Okay, keep it up. Okay, we ain't doing that. But yeah, but they don't want to pay no money. They want people to do stuff and don't want to pay no money. And they hogging money like crazy. They don't want to play the employers. That's why it's best to work for yourself. This is why I got an Etsy store, trying to get it going, get my YouTube up to get it monetized or something. I want to work for myself because working for people don't care. Because my daughter had a temp job and she asked for a chair, and then the lady calls the temp agency, so oh, we don't need her no more. All she asked for was a chair that was comfortable. These people don't care. I tell you, these jobs don't care. That's why you need to treat your job like you don't care, cause they don't care. hmm that's what I'm saying. They don't care. They don't give a two whether you got two kids or not. And the reason you working for a temp agency because you wanted a job, and they don't care. They don't give a damn. How you going for over a chair? All you do say no. I don't have a chair. What's so hard about that? I don't even understand what the problem was. Okay, white lady. So that was the one problem. hmm They getting outrageous out here. So anyway, and she had a nice little temporary job with the county. I mean, with the state. And I was like, no, she didn't. See, that makes me want to go there and fuss somebody out. But, I ain't gonna stay out of it. Just like when she worked at daycare, these twins' mama, she gonna complain because she thought she pulled her child's arm on camera or something. When they have a faulty camera, the camera like jumps and glitches and stuff. So she said she ain't pulled that kid's arm, but the parent are coming there cussing and stuff. And so the white people, they gonna let the lady, this is a black lady, let her come in there cuss her out, cuss them out in the daycare. Oh, she wouldn't have cussed me out. Cause that been the last time she been cussed. You know what I'm saying? Why do white people do that? Why they let people cuss them out? I don't understand. That would be the last time she cussed me out. So I tried to cuss me out. It wouldn't happen to me. And what you doing coming into daycare cussing in the first place? It's kids in there. So I would tell her take her little kids and bye. That's what I would tell her. Shoot, if I was the director of the daycare, I would tell her, you need to find some place else to put your kids. Bye, get out of here. But in turn, my daughter lost her job over something she ain't do. But they let this lady come in there and cuss them out. That's why you can't work for people. You got to learn how to work for yourself. Yeah, that's what we trying to do with our crafting and our stuff, and me building these bots and in my Etsy store and in my YouTube. I'm trying to work for myself because these people crazy. Because they do just the darnest thing and don't even care if you got children to feed or they don't care. They don't care. There ain't no reason to let nobody go because they asked for a chair. What kind of mess is that? Okay. I'm just like, what reason is that? So this is what I'm saying. Work for yourself. Find you a niche that you can make. I'm looking at YouTubers driving around in electric Mercedes and living in a big house and that they rent and stuff and going shopping every day off of their social media. So I don't even know why us black people can't support other black people. I just don't get it. Y'all need to, because these people up there living large off of social media. So all the money on the table on YouTube, and y'all ain't trying to get none of this money on the table. I don't understand. If I have 500 people watch my video, I want 500 subscribes off of them 500 people. I don't know. In this country, we don't understand. Them foreign countries, shoot, they can be new on YouTube in 4 months. They got 1 million subscribers because they understand the game. Because they know YouTube paying some daggone money, so they understand the game. But it seems like we hard-headed or something. We just hard-headed people. We just don't understand the game. The game is to make money on YouTube. That's the game. Okay, so it means I must follow over 2,000 people because if I watch your video, I'm gonna give you a subscribe. Even if I don't watch another video, you still got to subscribe for me. Okay, so I do that for my people, black people. It's kids that I don't even watch. I just subscribe to them. Just give them, they trying to get somewhere. They trying to make some dollars or something. So what's the harm? It's free. And look, it don't bother my feed or nothing. It don't bother my YouTube. So why not subscribe to every black person you see on YouTube that you looking at? Just subscribe to them because we seem like to be the only people that don't understand the game. Because I'll be looking at what's that thing I go to? What's it called? Where you can see different people's YouTube and how much average they make in a month. Blade, I think it's called Blade something. And I be looking at it, and I seen that they I seen this one. I was curious, like I was like, this one just came up in May, and by July they had like 1 million subscribers. It was a foreigner, of course. And then I was looking at their videos. All they did was take other people's videos that were doing like DIY hacks or something, and they made it into a whole channel. They just kept putting those videos up, and they had 1 million subscribers in like 4 months. Yeah, they did. That's all they was doing. And I said, if they foreigners, it's probably the foreigners that's getting subscribes, basically. Because they understand the game. We in America never understand the game. We never know how to go after the money. We never. We just leave money on the platter. But we don't never go after it. Never. I gotta clean my bed off back here because I cleaned up my room. So I threw some stuff. I was trying to clean up around this desk and stuff and get organized today. Yep. So, yeah, we got to understand the game, y'all. We got to understand the game. People are driving 6-figure cars and living in 6-figure houses off of social media. And all they do is walk around that camera all day and what they doing in the house. what they doing in their car, what they doing at the store. They're not teaching you nothing. It's nothing they teaching. They just building their own reality show because people in this is so nosy that, that's what they want to watch, and that's what they have built their whole empire on social media. They have probably about 4 channels on YouTube. I think the wife has one, the husband has one. They got one for the new baby. They got another one for travel. I think when they travel or something, they they just got, and all they do is travel, eat out, rent houses, big houses. I mean, very big houses. And I know their rent got to be at least 4,000 something. They be renting houses. They be um, going, just doing nothing. Yeah, and I think she just got a electric Mercedes, a EV Mercedes, and you know them cars are like 6 figures, and that was a gift for having a baby. That's what her husband gave her, and both of them are creators, and this is all they do. They do it on Twitch, they do it on Snapchat, they do it on YouTube, they do it on Instagram, they do it. I don't even know if they do Facebook, but a lot of them don't do Facebook. But and that's all they do, and that's it. That's all they do, day in and day out. They wake up and pick up the camera and get their day. Right now, they doing some kind of vlogmas for Christmas, which they did a professional intro with them two and the baby, and it's so nice. I was like, child, you young ones are doing it. Okay, so they living better than people that got to get up every morning and clock in the clock and work under some idiot, and you know they doing better than everybody. They, and most of my crafters, I gotta give them a hand because a lot of them that I follow, they started their YouTube like in 2020, the pandemic time. In 2021, they over 100,000 subscribers. One of them's at 200,000 subscribers. One of them get ready to get to 200,000 subscribers. So one of them just got to 100,000 subscribers, and they did that within 5 years. It only take black people 5 years. It don't take white people probably 6 months, but it takes us 5 years because we don't like to support each other. But yeah, and they got over 100,000 subscribers doing crafting. You know, so crafting paid off for them, and YouTube. So, and you got to be consistent. You got to do videos every day. You got to be consistent. You got to edit your videos. I like lives because I ain't got to edit nothing. But you got to do them shorts. You got to do them videos. But now it's easy to do shorts. You take a long form video and cut it up into a short. You know, you have shorts for the whole week. so, so basically, so it's easier to do them now because you can do it in chat. You can break them up in CapCut. I haven't used Canva's new video software stuff. I had to understand it first, but I think even, I might have to understand it because they sell TikTok, then CapCut going with it. Like it did before. So we might have to understand Canvas, how they work it. But yeah, y'all, it's crazy. People making that kind of money off of social media. It's like really, really crazy. But that's like some supplemental income. Like if you married, your husband worked, and you got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, then you bringing in $2,000-3,000 checks a month too, or 4,000 or something. You bringing in some money, So it's money in social media. So get on the boat or get off the boat, but you need to get on something. I'm just trying to get to 1K. That's why I got on the side. Road to 1K, 1,000 subscribers. So I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I just want to hit that milestone. I'm far away from reviews. I got to get to. I think they changed the views to 3,000 because last time I looked, 3,000 was on the end of the views. They might have changed it to 3,000. I don't know. But you got to get them views, watch time, and that's gonna be that takes a while. It ain't gonna be like you going to get monetized. Like I got to 1,000. No, you're not monetized yet. You still got to get them view hours. So, or you got to get 10 million short views. So that means you got to pump out them shorts too. But you got to get 10 million short views, and that's hard too. Shoot, if you got a viral video, um, that's hard to do. But you can do it. But it's be consistent. For 5 years straight, that's all they did was crafting videos and stuff. They all started at the same place, trying to get to 1,000. But over the years, it just kept growing and growing. The communities kept growing because everybody has their own community. My community is this community. If you like me, you subscribe to me, and we talk about, because I like to make my bots and stuff in my stuff. So we talk about different things over here. I haven't even shown people how to make bots. I haven't even made that into like either a course or anything. But we could. But then I hate when I do make stuff and then people don't want to participate. And it wastes my time. And I know my people, they always waste my time. uh, you know what I meant to do today? I meant to see what the market. I forgot to look at the market today. I wanted to see what it was doing today because I think I'm getting back into trading in January, but I'm just peeping because that man, he just messed up everything. He messed up a dream because it really hasn't been moving anywhere. So that's why I just been looking because it's been sitting in the same place. It's like it ain't been doing much. It's just not doing anything. So it's hard to trade when you got a knuckle brain in office that's messing up the market. It's hard to I'm trying to see if they doing this rate cut because I want to refinance my vehicle. But I'm waiting to see if they're gonna do this rate cut they keep talking about. Ain't nobody done nothing yet. Come on, y'all. Because I want to do it at least by January. So I'm trying to see. They said something about December again, so we trying to wait. Look, I'm waiting for that rate cut. so we gonna wait. So I probably try to in January because I don't want to go too long because then they're gonna make me start my payment year all over again, and I ain't doing. Because they did that when my husband refinanced a truck. We had to give up 1 year. We paid for 2 years, then we had to give up 1 year for the refinance. So they ain't gonna get me like that. That's what I'm trying. I just got it only 2 months old. so I really want to refinance by January. So we're gonna try to. But hopefully they do something with these interest rates first. So that's what I'm waiting on. So we're gonna see. You bring the interest rates down so I can go refinance my truck. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for that. I ain't buying nothing. We ain't buying no house or nothing. So y'all can have that. My house buying years is over. I've turned into a renter. I ain't buying no more houses. I'm done with buying houses. After that last house, I'm like, mm-mm. Plus, there's no equity for me to get because I'm older now. So I'm done with buying houses. I let my kids buy a house and put me in it. So y'all can buy one and put me in it. Don't look for me to buy. She done bought 3 houses. How many houses I've bought? 3. Yeah, 3. in my lifetime, and I ain't trying to buy nothing else. Mm, Nope. It's too much. They raise the taxes too high when you buy a house. It's like every year the tax is going up almost $1,000. By the time I left that house, the taxes were $10,000 a year. It was ridiculous. And I'm like, I ain't trying to get back up in that. If the house utilities are more, then we ain't doing that no more. I'm in a house right now, but it's like rental houses. They built a whole neighborhood with just the houses that you can rent, and I'm loving it. I can call the maintenance man, come fix this, whatever. I love it. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I got a screened-in porch with a pond view. It's a nice, quiet neighborhood, and nobody be outside except for dog walkers. Ain't no kids. It's like I'm in a 55 and over, but I'm not. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm good here. Where I'm at in Ohio now. I left the DMV. I'm no longer in the DMV. I've been in DMV for 44 years. I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I moved to DC when I was 19 to work for the FBI. And I was 19 years old and I got my first government job. That's where all the black women was. That's why we got three over what they say 600,000 black women that lost their job because they all was in the government because that's the only place they can get a job. And they knew that. That's why they did what they did to the government to put revenge on the black woman for voting, not voting for him. Mm-hmm. Because he's a revenge seeker. But anyway, I did my time and retired, so I ain't in it. My name is Bennett. I wasn't in it. I had a whole career job in the government for 30 years, and I'm out. Ping! I've been out. So anyway, we good over here. But I feel sorry for the people that now you can't even have a government job as a career. Man, the government, that was a solid. You had to worry about getting laid off or nothing. You had that job for 30, 40 years. Now you can't even count on that. That is pitiful. That don't even make sense. But I'm glad I did my time. I did my time and out, so I'm good. I did my time because I got in there when I was 19 years old, so I was just a kid. That's what they was recruiting kids. Shoot, basically, all of us was young. We was like 19, 20, whatever. We was young. That was back in 1980. Yep. So I just feel like now young people have nowhere to go. They have no job. It's a secure career job. They can't afford an apartment or a house. They can't afford a car. It's like they have nothing to look forward to. Y'all better get y'all passports and get on a plane and get up out of here. Y'all better go move to Asia because they doing better than us. Shit. Their food is cheap, their apartments and rent is cheap, and their cars are cheap, and everything's cheap over there. We just living in like hell over here. It's just hell in a handbasket. I don't know how Christmas is gonna go, but I already know I ain't spending a lot of money, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Shoot, I gotta live after Christmas. Christmas is one day, so uh, I'm just trying to make it. Trying to make it. So, anyways, y'all better save some money, especially y'all government people, because you know your stuff was temporary till January. Whether you go work or not, that was temporary. So you better not buy a whole lot of money for Christmas. You better save some. We ain't never had that problem. The 30 years I worked for the government, I ain't never been threatened with no furlough. I was never nothing. Not one dang on thing. And it's pitiful now. You can't even depend on the government job. Oh my God. That's the one you could depend on to keep. because it wasn't private industry. My husband worked for private industry. He worked for AT&T, but they had layoffs like right when he first started working there, but he didn't get laid off because he was a tech. So he didn't get laid off, but they laid off like a whole bunch of managers and all kinds of stuff when he first started working. He managed to stay in there 22 years without no problems. Because you gotta, when you get in these companies, you gotta have the right thing that you're doing. Never be a manager. That's one thing. Because he tried to tell this guy that lived down the street from us, he worked for Verizon, and he was taking this manager job, and he told him don't take that manager job because he was a tech at Verizon, and he said don't take it. They the first ones to go. As soon as he changed over to that job a month later, right before Christmas, I know it was December when they had to move out their house. They had to move out right before Christmas because he had lost his job. They had laid him off at Verizon, and then wouldn't let him go back to being a tech. Always be a tech. Do not be a manager. Okay? Never do that. You be the first ones to go. And I was like, dang, I felt bad for him because I was like, and then years later, my husband seen him. He went to this food store, Shopper Food Warehouse, and he seen him in there. And I said, this is like 10 years later. And I was like, he never recovered. I mean, he was working in there. He never recovered from Verizon laying him off all them years ago. I said, well, he knew you. He should have. I mean, people don't know how to network. I said he knew who you. He should have networked with you to try to get him in AT&T or something. That's how my husband got in there. He networked. We just had to be at the club. We was at the club when we used to go to the club. And we went to see Montel Jordan at Zanzibar in DC, in Southwest DC, at 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 Zanzibar, and he seen a guy he knew in his old neighborhood in Alexandria, and he said, "Oh, there go Tommy. That's my old friend." And I was like, he said, "Tommy worked for AT&T," and at the time, my husband had went to school for that tech stuff. Okay, he had a GI Bill, so he went to school for this tech stuff. So he had this job but he had to travel up and down from Pennsylvania and Maryland and stuff. So I was like, well, why don't you see if he can get you in AT&T? I was always the brains of the family anyway. So I had to push him to call him. I said, would you call Tommy and see if he can get you in AT&T? Because that's the kind of stuff he was doing, data stuff, data tech stuff and stuff. So I was like, would you call Tommy? So he's like, he was tired of listening to me. So he finally called him, and he got him an interview with the manager at AT&T, and he got the job. And he stayed there 22 years till he retired. And when he got that job, he's making more money than I was in an instant. And I've been working 20 some years, and he made more money than me in an instant because they paid more. So he got his own truck to drive because he was a network specialist. So he got his own truck and stuff, and he had a good job, the best job he ever had in his life because of me. Telling him to go network. So you got to have people in your corner if you want to, move up in the world. You got to have a spouse that's on your same page. Okay, you got to. So that was the best job he ever had in his life. He was in the service, a Marine, right? But that was the best job he ever had because of me pushing him, and I pushed him to network. So ain't nothing wrong with networking. That's how people get jobs. You got to know somebody to get. He didn't have to fill out like a regular AT&T application where nobody knows who you are. He got an interview right to the manager, and the manager hired him just like that. Poof, he got a job because he was working for a little company, and I told him, that's a Fortune 500 company. You would rather work for them, right? So he went in. So after he went in, that's when the tech bubble was happening. and it was some of the guys at AT&T. They was leaving because these other little smaller companies was giving them like 25K bonuses to leave and be a tech with them. All of them lost their jobs with that tech butter, and they tried to get back at AT&T and couldn't get back in. I said, why would you leave a Fortune 500 company to go to a small company? I said, they must ain't had no wife like me, okay? Because the hell if he would have left that company, you know what I'm saying? I was like, they ain't had me because they would never left, okay? So you got to network out here to get stuff. You got to know somebody, you know? So, you know, I still got connections at his job, even though he ain't here no more. I got connections at his job, but I can't name them. My family members wanted a job, so I couldn't help. I could have helped them, you know, because I know his manager and stuff. I had a phone number, so. But yeah, I couldn't help nobody else get an AT&T because ain't nobody want to do it. And all he did was go to an 18-month class, tech class that he took. He ain't even, so that's more like associate degree in whatever he was doing. That's all he did. And then his job, I mean, if he worked overtime, he was making like $45 an hour on overtime. And he used to be on call on the weekend, and sometimes he'd go out and he won't come back till 12 hours later. Shoot, at $45 an hour. Shoot, he was making a killing. And I was mad because I've been working for government all the years and I ain't getting nothing. But anyways, I was like, dang, I should have had that job. That should have been my job. You know, because there was one girl that worked there. She worked there. She started working there like the age I started working at the FBI, like around 19. And she was making a lot of money. And then she left. Better fact, she got a job at the FBI as a contract worker. So she had left because they wouldn't promote her. So she left and got her contract job at the FBI. So making more money because the contractors made more money. Yeah. But yeah. So it's jobs you can get young. People don't think about getting into career jobs young. I mean, she was only 19 when she got into AT&T. This is what I'm saying. I was only 19 when I got into the FBI and government and stuff. So stop thinking you can't get a career job. You can get it young. You got to go in young, shoot. And then you can retire earlier because you went in young. I didn't have to wait till I was 57 or 60 because I started working when I was 19. So yeah. So eventually I stopped working. My husband was the only one working, and I was like, I need to get up out of here. So he said, go ahead. So, anyways, it's all right. Shoot, it's all good. So, anyways, that's why I said life would take you places, but now it's hard for these people to do did that kind of stuff. Now it's like harder. You can't. So you got to work for yourself. You got to get a side hustle. You got to do something to build up your side hustle. Like I said, it took the girls like 5 years to get to 100,000 subscribers, but they started and they kept going. If you never start, then your 5 years don't even start ticking because you never started. So you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and say, "Well, everybody's making money but me." Yeah, you got to be realistic. And and shoot, now that I'm older, I leave my YouTube account to my daughter. If I ever get it, you know, I'll be like, you can have my YouTube account, you can have all my Etsy stores and all that stuff because they already be established. So all you gotta do is run that thing. That's it. So, anyways, that's life. Oh, Timu be giving you little stuff. Look at this little teeny dog. Look, on the pictures, it look like it's a bigger dog, but it look how little. It's so tiny. It's a present for my little 3-year-old granddaughter. It's like a dog that barks. He's cute. But Timu stuff is always little. So don't let them pictures deceive you, because by the time you get it, you be like, well, but you know it's little because they ship from China. They ain't gonna ship nothing big for China, so that should give you a clue right there. It's not gonna be that big. Because they ain't gonna ship nothing big. hmm You should know. Anyways, but I don't know. What else we gonna do today? Right now I'm hungry, so it's 3 o'clock. Dog gotta pee. Don't you gotta pee? Up on my bed. Yeah, you. And take him out. And I ain't taking him out because it was raining today. I let him go out the door. Oh, I need to check out front, see if Amazon dropped off my block. Oh, we gotta look. It might be sitting out in the rain knowing Amazon. Yeah. Hey. So I'm gonna do some more rhinestone stuff if they gave me my block. Because I need some block. I'm out of block. So we just basically made this out of nothing. But we ain't had no block. So we just made this to do this video with. So this is cute. We love it. It came out. Yes, we gotta get off here so we can go get something to eat. So if you like me, subscribe to me because I come on live every now and then. I come on and chit chat with y'all. I be talking about everything, child. I be just talking about crafting. I just start talking because I like to talk. I'm just a gift for gab. Yes, I be gifting. You gotta get this stuff off my bed, boy. Clean up. But yes, that came out perfectly. My bot does work, and Limitless came out perfectly. So I'm gonna keep this, put in my file of templates that I had. I can use it again, put something. I don't know. Unless I sell a rhinestone shirt or something with Limitless. Who knows? Who knows what I want to do with it? But the holes are perfect. My bot be botting. Look how perfect these holes is. Perfect. Perfectly cut. Machine cut it. Like I said, I keep my Romeo on the highest cut, and I keep it on 5 for the speed, and that's what I keep it on. And perfectly cut holes. Yes, love it. All right, Snoop, you want to go to the bathroom, and what we gonna do? You want a snack? Look, he all depressed when he don't get a snack. He be laying down like he depressed. Are you depressed? Because mommy ain't give you a snack yet. You want a snack? Let me go get this dog a snack. Get out of here. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later on. But yeah, work for yourself, girls. All y'all black women that got laid off, 600,000 of y'all, whatever. Go get on YouTube, and I will like your page. I subscribe. Get on YouTube because YouTube is obviously paying people. If people riding in Mercedes and houses and stuff, they getting paid. Okay, so just get you a YouTube channel. If you like to craft, then start talking about crafting. I crafted the easy content because you can just pick up the video by just doing something. So you don't even have to think about content on what crafting, Not at all. So yeah. You can tell this is my first. This is the first one I rhinestone shirt I did, and in my I'm missing some stones in some places, but I let it stay like that, like it's like a look, because I had the wrong transfer paper. Yeah, well, when you first start doing stuff, you be doing stuff, and my transfer paper kept flipping the stones. I could put them back, but I said I like the look. It looked like got bullet holes. So I just left it alone. But I like these. These the stones I want to get. This came in like my beginner pack from the baby booties. This orange one. See how sparkly it is? I want to get some more of those. I think they call them AB stones. I'm gonna get some more of these that sparkle like that. Sparkle like that. Yeah, I like the sparkle. So anyway, Snoop, we gotta get out of here. You ready to get out of here? You gotta go to the bathroom. You want your snack. You gotta go to the bathroom. And what else we gotta do? Mommy gotta get something to eat. Cause it's time for me to have lunch or something. I need something to eat. What we gonna eat? I don't know. He looking at me like, if you don't come on. I love to mess with this dog. Come here. Come on, say hi to people. Come up here. Come up. Say hi. My name is Snoop. Here I am. Snoop, boo, boo, doo, boo, boo, boo. Let me go put my battery grade fault. Go out on my tablet. Tablet ready to die. Let's take it down. Take it down. Get ready to die on the tablet. We gotta plug it back in. All right, y'all. We ready to get out of here. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Don't forget to give me a subscribe. We trying to get to 1K. 1K subscribers. So when y'all get on my lives, I just talk. So we do crafting, we shoot the breeze, talk about life, give y'all some incentive to get out there and do stuff on your own. You know, I am a motivator. I will motivate you to do something. That's why my husband, he picked a good one. That's why he got that good job. Yeah, because I'm a motivator. I might, I might get on your nerves, but I'm doing it for you. And you know, and he had a good job because of me. Because I'm a motivator. I'm a thinker. I think out the box. This is why I make bots, because I thought out the box. And ain't no creators on YouTube doing bots like me. All right, so hit my Etsy store up, Boss Lady Merchandise, and you can see all the bots. They on there. And the Rhinestone one is on there. And I only sell my bots for like $12.99. If you can't call for $12.99, I don't know what to tell you. They not $30. They not $40. They just $12.99. Because I figured, like me, ain't nobody got no money. Okay, bye.